hit the subscribe button. Currently only 1.7% of my viewers are subscribed. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, I'll release an exclusive special video just for you. The storm raged outside as Ethan Drake navigated his ship through the dense atmosphere of Vexus 4. Lightning crackled, illuminating the crumbling ruins of an ancient city below. His sensors pinged, indicating a faint but persistent life sign amidst the devastation. Intrigued and driven by his insatiable curiosity, Ethan set the Endeavor down in a clearing, the ship's thrusters dispersing the dust in swirling clouds. Exiting the ship, Ethan felt a sense of urgency. The ruins, though silent, seemed to whisper stories of a long-lost civilization. His steps echoed softly as he made his way toward the source of the signal. The once grand structures were now mere skeletons, overtaken by time and conflict. The signal led him to a collapsed building. Using his exoskeleton suit's enhanced strength, he shifted the rubble, revealing a battered figure beneath. It was Zara, a Zylorian woman. Her condition was dire. Her skin, a once vibrant hue, was now marred with cuts and bruises. Ethan's immediate concern was her survival. Kneeling beside her, he quickly administered a dose of nanomeds from his kit, watching as the tiny machines began their work on her wounds. As he lifted her, Zara's eyes fluttered open briefly. "Traitor. Betrayal," she whispered before losing consciousness again. The mention of the traitor, a name synonymous with treachery, sent a chill down Ethan's spine. He hurried back to the Endeavor, cradling Zara gently, his mind racing with questions about her survival and the looming threat. Inside the ship, Ethan placed Zara in the medical bay, a sterile room filled with advanced healing equipment. He monitored her vitals, relieved to see the nanomeds stabilizing her condition. As he waited, he couldn't help but ponder the significance of her words and the events that led to her abandonment. Hours passed, and Zara began to stir. Ethan sat by her side, offering a reassuring presence. When she finally awoke, her eyes reflected a mixture of fear and determination. "You're safe now," Ethan said softly. "I'm Ethan Drake. I found you among the ruins." Zara's gaze focused, and she nodded weakly. "I am Zara, a scientist from Zyloria. We were betrayed by the traitor. My people, most are gone." Ethan listened intently as Zara recounted her story. The Zylorians, known for their technological prowess, had been decimated by the traitor in a brutal assault. She had been left for dead, a casualty in a war driven by greed and deceit. As she spoke, her voice gained strength, revealing a keen intellect and a will to survive. Their conversation was interrupted by an alert. The ship's sensors had detected an incoming traitor scout ship. "We need to move," Ethan said, helping Zara to her feet. They quickly prepared the Endeavor for takeoff, the threat of discovery propelling them into action. With the engines roaring, the ship lifted off just as the traitor vessel appeared on the horizon. Ethan's fingers flew over the controls, executing evasive maneuvers to avoid detection. Beside him, Zara's eyes were sharp, her fear replaced by a fierce resolve. In orbit, they were momentarily safe. Ethan turned to Zara. "We need to figure out our next move. If the traitor are here, they're likely searching for something or someone." Zara nodded, her mind already working through the possibilities. "There's a hidden Zylorian base on this planet. It holds crucial technology that could turn the tide against the traitor. We must reach it before they do." Ethan's eyes met hers, understanding the gravity of their mission. "Then we'll find it together. But first, we need to ensure you're fully recovered." As they settled into a temporary calm, Ethan couldn't shake the feeling that their encounter was no mere coincidence. The stakes were high, and their alliance was forged under the most desperate of circumstances. Yet, within the uncertainty lay a glimmer of hope, a chance to strike back and reclaim what was lost. The Endeavor's journey to the hidden base promised to be perilous, with dangers lurking at every turn. But with Zara by his side, Ethan felt a renewed sense of purpose. Their paths had converged for a reason, and he was determined to see their mission through, no matter the cost. Ethan and Zara settled into the relative safety of the Endeavor's orbit, the ship's systems humming quietly. Zara's wounds were healing, but the scars of betrayal ran deeper. Ethan watched her from the control room as she studied the star maps, her fingers tracing ancient Xylorian symbols. Her presence had transformed the ship's mission, adding layers of urgency and complexity. "We need to get to that base," Zara stated, her voice steady but laced with urgency. "It holds the key to our survival and possibly the downfall of the Dracthyr." Ethan nodded, adjusting their course. "We'll have to move fast. That scout ship was just the beginning. They'll send reinforcements." The journey to the hidden Xylorian base was fraught with hazards. Asteroid fields and space debris tested Ethan's piloting skills. As they navigated through the treacherous paths, Zara's knowledge proved invaluable, guiding them with precise calculations and predictions. Ethan took a moment to glance at Zara. "How did you end up here, alone and wounded?" Zara's eyes darkened. "My people were ambushed. The Dracthyr infiltrated our defenses. I was part of a team sent to safeguard our technology. When the attack came, we were overwhelmed. I managed to escape, but not without a price." She touched a bandaged wound on her arm, her expression a mix of pain and resolve. Ethan admired her resilience. "You've been through a lot, but you're not alone anymore." Zara's gaze softened. "Thank you, Ethan. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't found me." The bond between them grew as they shared their stories and fears. Ethan revealed his past as a soldier and explorer, driven by a quest for knowledge and justice. Zara spoke of her home world's beauty, now tarnished by war. Their conversations were filled with empathy and mutual respect, deepening their connection. They approached the coordinates of the hidden base. The ship's sensors detected an anomaly. "There's a cloaking field ahead," Zara noted, activating the ship's countermeasures. The cloaked entrance to the base slowly became visible, a testament to Xylorian ingenuity. They landed in a secluded area, surrounded by towering cliffs and dense vegetation. The base, partially hidden and camouflaged, looked both ancient and advanced, a stark contrast to the devastation they had seen before. Ethan and Zara cautiously made their way inside, their steps echoing in the vast, empty halls. The interior of the base was a treasure trove of technology. Holographic displays illuminated as they walked past, showing maps, schematics, and records of Xylorian history. Zara's eyes widened with a mix of nostalgia and sorrow. "This place holds everything we fought to protect." Ethan examined the equipment, his curiosity piqued. "If we can harness this technology, we can strike back at the Dracthyr." Zara nodded, her determination renewed. "But we must be careful. The Dracthyr might have already sent scouts. If on cue, the base's alarm system activated, warning of an intruder." Ethan and Zara took defensive positions, their hearts pounding with the thrill of impending conflict. A small group of Dracthyr soldiers infiltrated the base, their movements calculated and menacing. Ethan engaged them with a combination of precision shooting and tactical maneuvers. Zara, utilizing her knowledge of the base's layout, directed Ethan and disabled key access points to hinder the intruders. The battle was intense, every second crucial. Despite their efforts, the Dracthyr pressed on. Ethan and Zara fought with unwavering resolve, their synergy growing stronger with each encounter. As the last Dracthyr soldier fell, silence enveloped the base once more. Breathing heavily, Ethan glanced at Zara. "We need to secure this place and prepare for more attacks." Zara agreed, her expression resolute. "We must activate the base's defense systems and contact any surviving Xylorians. This base is our stronghold now." Working together, they activated the base's dormant systems, enhancing its defenses and communication capabilities. The sense of urgency drove their actions, but so did a newfound hope. The alliance they forged was more than just a necessity. It was a beacon of resilience against the encroaching threat. Ethan and Zara worked tirelessly to secure the hidden Xylorian base, transforming it into a fortified sanctuary. The ancient technology within the base hummed back to life under Zara's skilled hands, revealing its secrets layer by layer. Ethan, ever the pragmatic strategist, assessed their defenses and planned their next moves. We need to contact any remaining Xylorians and gather allies, Zara said, her eyes scanning a holographic map of potential hideouts and safe zones. This base can't stand alone against the Dracthyr. Ethan agreed, setting up a secure communication relay. The message they crafted was concise but urgent, detailing their coordinates and a call for any survivors to join their cause. As the message was transmitted, Ethan couldn't help but feel a mix of anticipation and dread. Would anyone respond? Days passed, and the base became a hive of activity. Ethan and Zara trained rigorously, combining their strengths and preparing for the inevitable clash. Zara's resilience shone as she quickly adapted to combat tactics, while Ethan honed his understanding of Xylorian technology. Their routines were interrupted by an incoming transmission. The display showed a haggard face, clearly exhausted but determined. "This is Dral, a Xylorian resistance leader. We received your message. We're en route with a small contingent. Hold your position." Relief washed over Zara, though it was tempered by the gravity of their situation. Dral was a prominent figure among our people. If he's coming, it means there's still hope. Ethan nodded, but before he could respond, alarms blared throughout the base. The sensors indicated an approaching Dracthyr assault force. "They're here sooner than we expected," he said, moving quickly to fortify their position. Zara activated the base's defensive systems, her fingers dancing over the controls. Automated turrets emerged from hidden compartments, and energy shields snapped into place. "We'll have to hold them off until Dral arrives." The first wave of Dracthyr soldiers breached the outer perimeter, their movements precise and lethal. Ethan led the defense, utilizing the base's layout to his advantage. Zara provided tactical support, guiding Ethan and the automated defenses with calculated precision. Despite their best efforts, the Dracthyr pushed forward relentlessly. Ethan and Zara fought side by side, their synergy growing stronger with each encounter. The base's ancient corridors echoed with the sounds of battle, a testament to the fierce struggle within. Fight intensified. A blast rocked the central chamber. Through the smoke and debris, a towering figure emerged, Zara's former mentor, now a Dracthyr collaborator. His presence was a cruel twist, adding a personal vendetta to the already dire conflict. "Zara," he called, his voice a mixture of mockery and regret. "You should have joined us. The Dracthyr are the future." Zara's eyes blazed with fury. "You betrayed us all, Riven. I will never join you." Ethan sensed the emotional weight of the confrontation but stayed focused on the task at hand. "We need to take him down," he whispered to Zara. Together, Riven attacked with a ferocity born of conviction, but Ethan and Zara's combined strength held firm. The battle was brutal, each strike and counterstrike laden with years of betrayal and loss. Finally, with a well-coordinated maneuver, they incapacitated Riven, his betrayal ending in a final, defeated gasp. With Riven subdued, the remaining Dracthyr forces faltered. Reinforcements from Dral arrived just in time, overwhelming the invaders and securing the base. The immediate threat was neutralized, but the cost was high. Ethan and Zara regrouped with Dral, the atmosphere heavy with the toll of their struggle. "We've secured the base, but this is only the beginning," Dral said, his voice resolute. "We must prepare for a larger conflict. The Dracthyr won't stop until we're all gone." Zara nodded, her determination undiminished. "We'll be ready. With your help, we can turn this base into a stronghold and strike back." Ethan stood beside them, his resolve unwavering. "We've faced them once and survived. Together, we can do more than survive. We can reclaim what's been lost." They strategized. The sense of unity among the survivors grew stronger. The base, now a beacon of resistance, symbolized their collective will to fight for freedom and justice. Each moment of preparation, every decision made, brought them closer to their goal of liberation. The path ahead was fraught with danger, but Ethan, Zara, and their newfound allies stood ready to face it. In the heart of the Xylorian stronghold, plans were laid, weapons were readied, and the spirit of defiance burned brightly. Their fight was far from over, and their resolve would shape the battles to come. The hidden Xylorian base buzzed with renewed activity. Dral and his team integrated seamlessly into the existing framework, bringing fresh energy and new strategies. Ethan and Zara worked closely with Dral, outlining their plans to strike against the Dracthyr. The central conflict was clear. They needed to cripple the Dracthyr's supply lines and weaken their grip on the sector. Ethan stood at the command console, examining the tactical display. "We've identified several key targets," he said, pointing to a series of coordinates. "Hitting these will disrupt their operations and buy us more time." Dral nodded, his expression serious. "We must act quickly and decisively. The Dracthyr won't expect us to strike so soon." Zara added, "I've decrypted more of the base's archives. There's a cache of advanced weaponry stored in a hidden vault. If we can access it, we'll significantly boost our firepower." The plan was set in motion. Teams were assembled, combining the strengths of Xylorian technology and human ingenuity. As they prepared for the mission, Ethan found a moment to speak with Zara privately. "How are you holding up?" he asked, noticing the weariness in her eyes. Zara managed a small smile. "I'm ready. This fight is all I have left now. But thank you, Ethan, for everything." Ethan squeezed her shoulder reassuringly. "We're in this together. We'll make them pay for what they've done." The first target was a Dracthyr supply depot on a nearby moon. The journey there was tense, each minute bringing them closer to confrontation. As the Endeavor landed, the team disembarked swiftly, moving with practiced efficiency. The depot was heavily guarded, but Ethan's team had the element of surprise. Using stealth tactics, they infiltrated the perimeter. The ensuing skirmish was intense, but their coordinated efforts paid off. Explosions rocked the facility as they sabotaged critical systems, leaving the Dracthyr forces in disarray. Ethan and Zara worked side by side, their partnership now a well-oiled machine. As they planted the final charges, Ethan's comms crackled to life. "We're done here. Prepare for extraction." They raced back to the Endeavor, the depot collapsing behind them in a blaze of fire and debris. As they took off, Ethan allowed himself a brief moment of satisfaction. One down, more to go. Back at the base, the mood was cautiously optimistic. The successful raid had boosted morale, and plans for the next strike were already underway. Dral gathered the team for a briefing. "Our next target is a communications hub. Disabling it will cripple the Dracthyr's ability to coordinate their fleets." Ethan and Zara exchanged a determined look. "Let's do it," Ethan said. The hub was located deep within enemy territory, making the mission even more perilous. As they approached, Ethan reviewed the plan with his team. "Speed and precision are key. We go in, hit hard, and get out before they know what hit them." The assault on the hub was swift and brutal. Ethan's team moved through the facility with lethal efficiency, neutralizing guards and planting charges on critical systems. Zara's technical expertise was invaluable, bypassing security protocols and ensuring the charges were placed without detection. However, as they were about to withdraw, an unexpected twist occurred. A Dracthyr commander, flanked by heavily armed guards, intercepted them. "Intruders! You will not leave here alive." A fierce battle erupted. Ethan and Zara fought with everything they had, their movements synchronized and deadly. Dral's team provided covering fire, but the Dracthyr forces were relentless. In the heat of the battle, Zara was cornered by the commander. She fought valiantly, but he overpowered her, pinning her against a wall. Ethan saw her plight and, with a surge of adrenaline, charged the commander, tackling him to the ground. The fight was fierce and desperate. Ethan and the commander grappled, each trying to gain the upper hand. Finally, with a burst of strength, Ethan managed to land a decisive blow, incapacitating the commander. He rushed to Zara's side, helping her to her feet. "Are you okay?" Zara nodded, her breath ragged. "Thanks to you." They completed their mission, the charges detonating as they made their escape. The hub was left in ruins, its communication arrays shattered. The Dracthyr's coordination would be severely impaired. Back at the base, the team regrouped, their spirits high despite the exhaustion. Dral addressed them, pride evident in his voice. "We've dealt a significant blow to the Dracthyr today. But our fight is far from over. We must stay vigilant and continue to strike at their weak points. Ethan and Zara stood together, looking out over the bustling activity of the base. The bond between them had grown stronger through each trial, forged in the fires of conflict and tempered by mutual respect and admiration. They prepared for the challenges ahead. There was a sense of unity and purpose that permeated the base. Each person, each action, contributed to the collective effort to reclaim their freedom. Ethan knew that their struggle was not just for survival but for the hope of a better future.